Ta-da! Okay, I think we're here. We're ready to go. Good evening once again, everybody. 21st Century Jedi here with you once again. Just getting everything settled now. Um, how is everybody tonight? I hope you're all doing okay. I'm okay. Up and alive, breathing, still in the game, as they say. So that's always a good thing. Um, man, it's been a kind of a roller coaster of emotions lately for me, and it's something that I'm consciously trying to put to the back of my mind and not think about, but every once in a while it still comes up when I'm really trying to think of things to say. So, Artemis 2 launch yesterday, obviously, that was a big, big deal for lots of people. Um, Big moment for our country. Um, I'm grateful to see that it went off without a hitch, at least. Um, there is a there is something to um, folks who are my age, Generation X, maybe even like a little bit younger, definitely older too, but people who grew up and remember the shuttle accidents when they happened. Um, doesn't matter what age you were, doesn't matter. Um, if you experienced those events in real time at all, um, and you were part of the history, you're in the moment of it, it affected you in some way, even if it's a very infinitesimally small way, it still affected you. Um, so for me yesterday, I was kind of watching like this, just, you know, hiding behind my hands a little bit, making sure that, I didn't see anything bad going on um, with the Artemis launch. And I'm grateful again that everything seemed to go fairly smoothly. If the toilet is the worst of their problems for this trip, I think it's a great trip then. I think it's certainly nothing to be embarrassed about. It's like I said, so much more could go wrong. Um, and I'm just so grateful that it didn't. Uh, it was to call it trauma, to go through like the Challenger accident and the Columbia accident. I mean, it's in some deep level, I guess it is a trauma. You do experience some sort of shock to what you think and what you believe, what you know, um, something that you care about at some level, perhaps. It hits you pretty hard. It hit me pretty hard when Challenger exploded, because I was a kid, and no, I didn't see it live. Um, I was um, I was in middle school at the time, and they didn't have the TVs going into each classroom or anything like that. In elementary school, definitely, I know some people who watched it live, and it did happen. I don't care what any people say, like, "Oh, you didn't watch it live." Doesn't matter, you know. Um, Back then, we really looked up to our space program because of Apollo, because of the space shuttle, because of all the things that we were doing, in the 80s. Just technologically speaking, we were pushing the envelope. So, um, I was older. I was an adult by the time Columbia happened, so I processed it differently. But it was still a shock because I think out of all the shuttles, Columbia was my favorite because it was the first, because it had done a lot of historic firsts, and it seemed like that old bird that would just always come home, and then it didn't. So anyway, um, very happy to see that the launch went well. It's a very exciting time for everybody, and it's definitely something that should be celebrated. Regardless of your political or religious affiliations. This is a marvel of science that humanity is taking part in, not just the United States. All of humanity has had some part of this, so we should celebrate this. Um, Closer to home, today was a tough day. I found out that, well, I found out that some people that I used to work with are no longer, employed, basically. Um, and something that I was a part of for many years is no longer going to be in the same existence, I guess. Um, so I'm a little bit bummed. I certainly feel for the people who were affected by it. Um, I'm a little bit gutted by the idea that the place that I helped to build is no longer going to be what it was. And that's a sad thing in a way. It's kind of like the end of an era to me. Even if it does exist in some way, it's not the same. Um, so that's kind of weighing on my mind right now. I'll get over it. I will. I'll move on tomorrow, and life will go on, just like it goes on for everybody. But there's definitely some pain that comes with that. So I'm hoping, and praying that the folks that were affected by this are able to kind of bounce back and get on their feet quickly. And if there's something I can do to help, I'm certainly going to try and do my best to do that. Um, that's just what I believe. So um, it's hard to segue off of those heavy topics and stuff, but I just wanted to speak my mind a little bit here before we start. Anyway, as you can see, we're going to do Pool of Radiance tonight. Um, I remembered just in time tonight that I had to go back into the game ahead of time and do some transactional stuff with my characters to free them of their burdens, as you will. And I was able to do that a little bit. One thing I've noticed, though, is I definitely need to start using these darn scrolls. Um, we have a lot of clerical and magic user scrolls, and I would like to know if I can get rid of a few of these just to free up some inventory slots. Because I've learned that for the inventory slots on your character, you only get one page. So if I were to look at Amelina, right, and this is good because I need to look at her anyways. Um, when I look at her items, you see there's this one page of items. Once it gets down to a certain point on the page here, you can't add any more, even if she has the encumbrance strength for it, where she can carry more. It just won't let you. So I need to do something with all these scrolls. She's got one, two, three, wait, one, two, three, four, five, six clerical scrolls that I need to do something with. I'm gonna try and I want to at least see what's on the scrolls, so then I can figure out, do I need to keep them or not. Oh, I can't because it's not there, so I have to use the scroll. Then it's going to ask me which spell I want to use on the scroll. It's a pain. Um, and on top of this, I still have to go into town to see if anybody can level up, which I doubt, but we can try. Let me move. So we're out in the street here. How do I use? I'm gonna try and do a quick encamp and see if we can use from there or not. Scribe? Well, we know we have restoration. Restoration is worth keeping, I believe. No, I don't have any spells on. How do I use the scroll is the question. View spell. No, that's not it either. Items. Oh, here we go. Use. Why wasn't that there before? Oh, I gotta ready it for frick's sake. Ready that one. Too many hands. Fantastic. This is a pain in the butt. No other way to put this. This is a pain in the butt. Go ahead and ready it. Now let's use it just to see what's on the darn scroll. Okay, that first scroll, I can sell that. We're gonna have to ID that one. This one can go. At least I'm pretty sure it can. Cure blindness, I don't think we're ever gonna worry about that. So this one can go. I wish I could sort these things so I could say these scrolls can be sold and this one doesn't have to be. Oh well, I'm just going to do this for one character for now. All right, so the middle scroll is the 2 restoration spells. That has restoration spells. No, get out of there. I did get rid of the leather holy symbols because those are no longer needed. Cure blindness, animate dead. Probably never going to use these, so I'll sell those. Okay, so this one, the 3 spell one, the 3 spell one, and this bottom 2 spell one can all be sold. Oh, we gotta set her back up first. I was able to increase the armor classes a little bit. That was good. Found some leather armor +4. I managed to get to somebody and shuffled all the armor around. Had a shield +3 in the mix, so that went to somebody. All right, before I forget, let's go and take care of these scrolls. I want to sell these things, get them out of the inventory. I'm going to rinse and repeat for one more person. I'm not sure who at this point. Maybe Toros. He's got a bunch of scrolls. Sure you can. Haven't had a chance to plug in the Ultimate Commodore 64 yet. It's been on my list of things to do. Just haven't had time. And this weekend's looking like it's going to be chock full of stuff to do, so that's going to be another issue. Let's sell some items. First thing we're going to do is ID this scroll. Right, so that one we're going to keep for now. We're going to sell that one. That one stays. This one probably goes. Wow, Wow, 5,950 gold pieces for that. And that one's got 18. Wait a second here. Wait a second. Now I'm confused. Did they resort these? There's no way that can be worth that much. Well, let's do this then. What? What do you mean wrong class? What? How can you... Oh, wait a second. There's something wrong here. Let's get out of here. How can they say it's wrong class? She's a cleric. That's so weird. All right. The good news is I have I've already looked ahead to the lizardmen keep, so I know where to go for that. See, look, you can't use this stuff unless you're in camp. That is so weird. So I have to encamp, and then I have to use, ready it, then use it. It's such a crazy system. Those are restoration. It's fine. What? How can you have wrong class? That's worth a lot of money? So that one can go. I don't know what's on that other one now. I could send it to Ranulf. The ones with 2 on them are going to be restoration. All right, so the one with 2 and the one with 3 can be sold. Let me try to trade. Let's get this. What? Get out of there. Let's try and trade to Ranulf. Give him this scroll. It can't be a cursed scroll, I know that. I might as well try and look at it while I'm here. He's got a ton of scrolls too, I think. And his inventory is almost full. Get rid of the shield and get rid of the longsword. You have 2 of them with 3 spells. This one can be gotten rid of. Animate dead, remove curse and prayer. That's gone. That one can go to what? I give up. Am I missing something here? Why would you say that's the wrong class? More restoration spells, which we probably don't need. We have this one, which is what? Another restoration. You know what? I'm getting rid of some of these restoration scrolls. I don't care. I'll have to look that up. Honestly, I think I could sell all of his scrolls right now if restoration is not a big deal. Restoration, restoration. So these two with 3 spells on them, they can be sold at least. We know that. The other thing I'm going to do is start drinking some of these potions of healing, because they're taking up inventory space too. All right. Let me do a quick search here. That's the Lizardmen Keep. I go northeast into the forests there. And we haven't even got to the point. According to this, we're going to receive even more scrolls of restoration when we go to the Valhingen graveyard. So there's going to be like, man, slew of these things around. Okay, so restoration could be useful in Valhingen graveyard. That much we know. All right. Let me just get back to my map here. So I guess we'll hold them for now. I do want to sell a couple of these scrolls at least, just to get them out of here. Oops, dummy. Get in there. Oh, so Ranulf is level 4. Don't know of which, though. Yep, sell that. Sell that. Bye-bye. Curious to see how much these restoration ones cost. Only 500? Wow, those are cheap. That's crazy cheap. She's already level 6. She can't level up any further. I know I could sell this one. Nah, I don't remember which one's which. I think these two are restorations. You know what? Doesn't really matter. She's got plenty of space now. That's all I need. That's all I need. Is just get more space. Either we finish the lizardman keep and then come back, or we, if we have to come back in the middle of it, we should have plenty of loot to work with. All right. Let's go train and then get the heck out of here. It's nice having those -4 ACs instead of -3s and 2s. That's going to help a little bit. Let's see. Training hall was where? Here. I think what I'm going to try and do is... Yep, get this goofball. Hey, you want to duel? No. I think what I want is I'm going to try and train everybody up in fighter classes. Just to see if they'll hit harder, get more hit points, things like that. So let's save this again. Looking ahead on the schedule here, Diablo 2, hopefully on Sunday. I say hopefully because there's a chance I may not be able to stream on Sunday. Family gathering for Easter and everything, and as a result, I might have to do some driving, which might not allow me to stream on Sunday. Which, it's okay, I guess. So if I get a chance to stream on Sunday, it'll be Diablo 2. If I don't, we'll move Diablo 2 to Thursday night. We'll do Diablo 2 on Thursday night, and then I'll go on vacation. When I come back the following Sunday will be the next time I stream, and we'll probably go back to Final Fantasy VII. Low experience or wrong class, 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 low experience or wrong class. Okay. Let's view Farandul. All right, he's level 5. Theoretically, he could level up in Thief, but I think I really want to level him up now in Magic User is the next best thing. Which they probably can't do. I'm going to go for the Magic Users, and then if they can't, if none of them can level up in Magic User, I'm just going to move on. I really don't want to waste too much more time on this. I want to try and get out to the Lizardman Keep at least tonight, start fighting there. Ranulf might be able to level up in Cleric, but honestly, it's not worth it. The only thing I use him for is for healing magic, so it's really fighters and magic users are what I want the most right now. I want max levels in those. We have a max level cleric already. We're covered there. No, no. I don't even know if they all are magic user capabilities or not. I don't care. All right, no one's got it. Let's get out of here. Go on. Single classing these guys would have been easier, but I don't think they would have had as much flexibility as needed to do all the stuff they need to do. Let's move. All right, so now I gotta go. What the? Remind me again, where am I? I think I gotta go this, no, that's the dock. I gotta go this way. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I should check to see if there's any commissions. I don't think I'm due for a commission. I don't remember, though, if I collected it on the way back in from the pyramid. So we'll see what they've got here. Clerk speaks. With the clearing of the Stoyanov River, we can open up the hinterlands for trade. Here is your reward. Okay, so there is a reward. More gold, more stuff to carry around. Ooh, 6,000 experience points, though. That could be enough to level. Oh, you can take the platinum and the jewelry, I think. Why not? Well, let's go back and see if we can train now. Maybe we can spend some of this hard-earned cash. 6,000 is a lot of XP. We might be able to do something with that. All right, what are the commissions? A tribe of lizardmen is preparing to join the enemy. Prevent this. That's what we're going to go do next. The heir to the house of Bivant must be rescued. We will pay generously for his safe return. Lord Cadorna has a delicate diplomatic mission that requires your particular skills. You are summoned to his chambers. Go through the south door. These are all of the commissions currently available. Okay, move out. Am I going the right way? Oh, never mind. We're going to go get this. It is imperative that a message be delivered to the Gentile outpost to the west. I am sending you as diplomatic envoys. When you get to Gentile Keep, present this packet to its commandant. Do not break the seals or you will be seized as spies. Got you. This way? Nope. How do I get out of here? There we go. This one I always get turned around in. So, okay, so we did the Gentile Keep, Lizardmen, and the other one's Valhingen Graveyard, I believe. So, let's go back out. Come on. Oh, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, I do want to put a little minor addendum for anybody who's following along. I discovered what the guide was talking about when it was referring to 99 or gathering 99 iron bangles. That's for a perfect game. I'm not doing a perfect game. No, I don't care. Having 99 of every possible thing you can have, or having the max of everything you could possibly have, doesn't interest me. I don't have an interest in grinding that. I would much rather try and play the game through to completion and enjoy it that way. So, all right. So we are not going to do a perfect game on Final Fantasy VII. Just to let you know, we are going to try and do everything in the game short of a perfect game. So we are going to do things like Chocobo farming and tackle on the optional weapons and stuff like that. Let's see. Do I want magic users or do I want fighters? Let's try magic users. I guess because I want the spells. I kind of want the spells. It would be nice to get a fireball in here, you know? Because if you have that capability, you don't need the scroll so much. You can sell them. Also, I went down a rabbit hole while I was researching some of the stuff on Final Fantasy VII. Very interesting. Oh, good. Tauros is going to be a 5th level magic user. Do it. Oh, he gets a spell. Fireball! You are getting Fireball, my friend. Sweet. All right, Ranulf can't do it. Evandal can do it, though. He can get Fireball. Let's do it. Lightning Bolt. Now I got to figure out if a Lightning Bolt and all this other stuff is worth it. Crap. Six, 18.1. One person with haste and a couple with slow. The other useful spells are blink, hold person, and lightning bolt. Hold person, yeah. Surprised it's a 3rd level magic user spell when it's also a cleric spell. Thinking haste. I'm thinking we throw haste on here. I don't know. Fireball's so tempting right now. Why don't you take haste? So Evandal's got haste. Tauros has fireball. Hathrall. Oh. What am I thinking here? Thinking fireball. He gained 2 hit points. Jeez Louise. Well, that was worth it. I'm glad I stopped for the commissions because now we've got fireball in the party, or at least we will once we rest. That'll be good. Since we've done that, I don't believe I have a chance to train up as fighters. I'd rather have them as magic users anyways, so let's just get going. So now I gotta go south. That's north. South. I'm trying to remember the way to do this now. That's to the unsettled areas, right? It's been a while. The beautiful Stoyanov River. I think they used to talk about that thing as being polluted, but no longer is, which is interesting. Where is the dock? That's not it. I'm lost here. Hold on. Here we go. Just took me a little while. I'm gonna go east. Go there. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was going down a rabbit hole about Final Fantasy VII, and what I've learned is even on the PC version, you cannot save Aerith or Aerith, however you want to call it. I'll call her Aerith. You cannot save her from her fate. And if this is spoilers for you, then I apologize, but it's a 20-something-year-old game already. You can kind of deal with it. Uh, Attach disk image, drive 8. What is it, side 8? That's this one. So she can't escape her fate basically in game. There are the only ways that you can actually technically have her in the party still after that climactic event happens is through either a glitch, a mod, or what was the third one? It was a glitch, a mod, or there was one other way. We're going to stay here. Basically, you can take advantage of a glitch in the game to potentially keep her in the game or to bypass the scene, but um, or you can get a mod to do it where you can mod her back into the game, use a cheat code to modify it so that she's back in your party. But all of those things, with the exception of one, I'll talk about it in a minute. All of those things don't solve the real issue, which is after that event happens in the game, Aerith does not have any dialogue. The game happens, the whole story still happens the exact same way, as if she's dead. Um, she's a character who has no dialogue at that point. She's, yes, you can keep her in your party. You run the risk of the game soft locking if you keep her in the party and you keep fighting with her in your active party. So there's that problem. Um, the issue of soft locking the whole game and messing your stuff up. And for what? Just to try and keep her alive? Well, I mentioned there was one way to get around all of that, and it's a mod. The name of the mod is escaping me right now, but I did read up on it. Um, I think the player who made it, his name is Chief Sega, or Sega Chief, I think is his name. Uh, it's a mod that basically rewrites some of the stuff in the the story. Basically, it actually rewrites a good chunk of it. Um, and one of the things that it does rewrite or can rewrite is Aerith's death. She can actually survive, and as a result of that, she can go on the airship and do a lot of the other things. She I don't think her dialogue is going to be as much. She does have some dialogue after the event that makes some more sense afterwards now, but uh, the cool thing is that if you really want to keep her in your party and keep her alive and see a different story in a way, you can run this mod. Um, and it's tempting to try it. I don't know if I'm going to do it. It all depends on how wasted I feel after trying to play this and full saga game out, and if I still feel like I need to, play the mod or not. Part of me says, why not? Why not give it a shot if I've got, the bandwidth to do so. Let me just bring up the lizardman keep again. Okay, we got that, and we got our map. Where am I now? I see a river. Where's the river? I don't see it. There's a cave. That's definitely not where I want to be. That's L. That's what that looks like. That looks like L. There's L. Cobble caves. That could be cobble caves right there. Let's stay away from that. I got hills here. I don't know where I'm at. Let's save this again. Just because I don't like restarting and doing a lot of crap. At least not tonight. So yeah, I wanted to bring up that little tidbit for anybody who is looking to do Final Fantasy VII. I know Foxfire is going to be playing it or has started playing it along with me. He's going to clear it faster than I will because I'm not going to play unless I'm on stream. Where are we? There's forest. I just don't know where I'm at right now. I spot a group of lizardmen. Can we flee? I guess we're going to battle. Okay, fine. Yeah, I hate this wilderness map. It may or may not be accurate. I can't tell. It's really difficult to tell. Um, yeah, that mod does really sound interesting, and I don't know if I can play it. I'm really not interested in trying to play it. Oh my goodness, look at these guys. There's a lot of them. They're very lightly armored, though. That's a lot of lizardmen. Go ahead and cast. Sleep could work here, but I don't know if I want to bother. I'd much rather do a hold person, just freeze a few of these guys. Two out of three ain't bad. We'll take that. That's two more kills we can do pretty easily. I don't know what their morale is going to be. They're not charging up dumbly, at least. They don't have a lot of movement either, which is interesting. Nice. Take them down. Good. I don't remember if lizardmen are affected by sleep. As long as we keep hitting, that's all that matters. Could consider a fireball scroll spell, maybe. Smack them around. Keep doing it. Let's have you pick off this guy. Got a nice defensive screen here. I like this. Nice. Smash them. Man, they are in perfect sleep formation. Seriously considering doing it now. I think it's worth wasting it even if it doesn't work. This group right here. All right. And only 2 of them got affected. Wow. Nice. Well, still 2 more that we can pick off with arrows. That's good. March Madness is still in the air here in my neck of the woods. People are very excited for the Final Fours coming up for the men and the women. looking at the Final Fours for both men's and women's brackets, I think on the women's side, UConn is favored. I wouldn't put it as a guarantee. I wouldn't say it's a surefire cinch, like a lead pipe cinch that UConn wins it all. They're good. They're supremely good. But anything can happen in any given time. So that's why they play the games, really. So uh, if I had to bet money, it would be on UConn. But I uh, I believe that anything could possibly happen. So curious to see how that plays out. On the men's side, I've heard I've heard that Michigan and Arizona are really strong, like really well balanced, strong teams. Um, Even Illinois is a strong team. I don't know if UConn makes it beyond Illinois. If they do, they're gonna face tough tests no matter who they play. Which team is gonna win it? If I had to bet money on it right now, that's a tough one. I'm torn between Michigan, who I've heard is really, really good, and UConn, believe it or not. Because I feel like even though UConn might be considered the weakest of the four on paper, they're also the most battle tested. I mean, you're talking about players like Caravan who have been there for, two national championships. There's definitely a lot of battle tested experience on that roster. Um, and Hurley knows how to coach them. It's really tough to go against UConn you know, in that crucible. It'll be interesting no matter what. So it should be a great Final Four on both sides. You got some really quality teams on the women's side that can pull it off. Great teams on the men's side. It should be a good matchup no matter what you look at. I'm just thinking about. I gotta check this on the women's side. I'm just thinking about it on the men's side though. You've got UConn in the east. You've got Arizona in the west. Michigan in the north, and you got Illinois right in the center. So in terms of like regional and geographic coverage, there's a lot of national like coverage to be rooting for one of those four teams if you're even close to it. So it's very interesting, at least from the men's side. From the women's side, I think you've got. I got to look them up now. I'm just really curious. Let me look up the women's side. Um, Yeah, so you got South Carolina in the southeast, you got UConn in the northeast, you got Texas in the south, and you got UCLA out west. Really a lot of like regional, like good balance in terms of coverage. Can't go wrong with that, in my opinion, anyways. Nice. I know, well, I mean, they're all one seeds on the women's side, so the only one that's undefeated is UConn. UCLA has one loss, Texas has three, South Carolina has three. And South Carolina's a tough team. Texas seems like they're a tough team. Like I think on the ladies' side, it's going to be a brutal matchup. You know, that's going to be a gauntlet that whoever runs that deserves to be called national champion, in my opinion. I mean, you've really been tested if you go through everyone being a number one seed there. That's something. Nice. Kill another one. They don't look like they're going to surrender, so we're going to have to kill them all. They are starting to hit Ranulf quite a bit. Don't like that. Yeah, Ranulf's going to have to cast a little bit. Yeah, you definitely. Ooh, boy. Uh, you can't cast is the problem. Try and stay up. Just try and stay up. Hey, Foxfire. The battle's going well. Can't complain. Well, I can, but no one will listen. This is just a random battle here. I'm still trying to find the lizardman keep. I gotta target that and then try and get into it before we end the night tonight. They gotta get off Ranulf. Get off of him. There we go. Alright, you hit this guy. Alright, 6 damage. That's good. You take him out. Finish him off. Let's go. Dang it. Alright. Come on, Tauros. You gotta hit somebody here. My front liner's gotta do some damage here. This is not good. Try and cast. Well, that gets you a hit point back at least. Might be the difference between staying up or going down. Pooh. Once I make it to the lizardmen keep, I know I can rest there. I did check that. You're gonna paint some orchid? I didn't know you could paint orchids. Orcs? Well, all right then. You do you. All right. Ranulf is out of the danger for now. He's got 12 hit points, so go help out Amelina. Maybe we can get these guys killed here. There we go. Clobbering time. Holy crap. How's my week been? I did a little monologue on that to start the week, or to start the session, I should say. Um, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. Um, I mentioned the Artemis 2 launch and how, while it's definitely a positive thing and it's something that should be celebrated, it was something that um, I, as somebody who's lived through Columbia and Challenger, it was so tough for us to watch, for me anyway, to watch that launch and not have that in my mind. I I had a feeling that something bad would happen, and I'm glad I was wrong. Like I had a pit in the stomach feeling that something bad was going to happen on that launch, and I was really worried about it, and didn't want to say anything over our chat, but I'm glad that it went well. And as I mentioned also that I found out that a company that I used to work for is pretty much well, it's getting purchased basically, and it's not going to be what it was. And I know some people who are uh, they're not going to have a job pretty soon. So they're good friends of mine. I've worked with them for many years and stuff. So it's yeah, it's a little bit of a tough thing to swallow tonight. Um, I'm gonna see what I can do to try and help out, but it's just no matter what you do to look at it, it's just kind of a tough thing to swallow. Let's do some casting, shall we? I want to do some curing on Ranulf. All we got to do is get to the Lizardman Keep, then we can rest and get stuff. Oh, we have some good news, by the way, Foxfire. Um, we have two people in this party who now can cast Fireball, and a third person who can cast Haste. All right, Ranulf's healed. Everybody else can stay. We're good. So now we have Fireball at our disposal. As soon as I rest up and get the spell, I think Memorizer should be good there. We're going to do a quick save here. I was also just talking about, just before you got on, I went down the rabbit hole of Final Fantasy VII and found out there's a mod available that allows you to kind of rewrite the story a little bit. Um, and it's for those people who would like to see a different take on the Final Fantasy VII thing, but still kind of wind up with the same result. Um, one of the key side effects from this mod is that you can actually manage to keep Aerith in your party and still manage her to be alive legitimately in the story, as opposed to being alive due to a glitch or a bug or a hack or something. So it's interesting enough that I may want to try and do it later on, much later on. Um, I want to kind of go through the original story first, though. Where the heck are we? None of this looks right on the map here. What is going on? This can't be right. just trying to track what we've got here. We've got hills, hills next to river. That's the river. I'm just trying to figure this out. Just give me a second here. No, that has to be the cobbled cave, right? I mean, one way to find out, we just go into it. Let's just go. This will tell us where we're at, if it's either the cobbled cave or something else. Oh yeah, this is definitely the cobbled cave. Because I know I've been there. Alright, so now that we know that we're there, I should be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. And then straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm in forest. Should be right here. Okay, you find a ruined castle surrounded by quicksand. An old worn drawbridge is the only safe way across the quagmire. Will you enter the ruined castle? We must. We must, we must, we must. Alright, so the background on this one. This ruined keep was once defended by a powerful wizard who placed an anti-magic shell around the entire area to protect against magical attacks. That did not stop the conventional assault that caused the keep to fall. Now the ruins are occupied by lizardmen who have been disrupting trade to the east of Flan. The boss has been courting them, but the lizardmen as yet have not taken sides. The council tasks you with preventing the lizardmen from joining the boss. You sense an anti-magic shell around you. Okay. The strategy it says here says before coming here, complete Yarash's pyramid, which we have. Freeing and befriending the lizardmen at Yarash's pyramid, level 3, location 24. I hope we did that. You may then give the friend word Savior to the old lizard man here to complete the mission. You may then enter the catacombs and loot pools P4, P5, and P6 for 3 shields plus 2. Shield plus 2 is good, because we have only shield plus 1s on most of our party except for one person. So let's figure out. There is an anti-magic zone in this entire area. It is not possible to cast spells here, even from magic items. Interesting. Also, in either swampy areas or the restricted tunnels of the catacombs, you may receive additional penalties in combat. So E1, I believe, is where we come in, right? I'm curious. Let's see, we've got a wall here. We just came in, didn't we? Okay. Man, this is interesting. I'm trying to figure my way out of this. Where to go first? We have location 1, 3, and 10. We have location 16. That's the storeroom. All right, we'll try number 1 first, I guess. Let me find that location on the map. We're going to try and get there. Let's see, there's the rubble. We want to go around that. Right there. Get around that. Should be right here. Okay, again, save. Just in case. I don't remember doing the lizardmen thing in the pyramid. I might have done it. I just don't remember because it's been a while. You enter a building whose walls are more or less intact, though the roof. Let me read. An old lizardman appears before you, hand raised in a gesture of peace. Okay, so get down to this area. He looks at you patiently. All right, so we're going to try and parlay. Let's see if this works. A group of humans were described to me by 3 of our people whom they rescued. If you are they, that you will have been shown our tribal friend word. Press return button to continue. What is it? Okay, according to the guy, it's this. Savior. Do you really mean savior? Yes, I do. The old lizard man recognizes the word and his lips part in a toothy grin. You all gather close as he begins his story. One of you busily scribble it into the journal as entry 31. All right, let's bring that up. Do 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 do. All right, here we go. Told in quiet, hissing speech. Thank you for saving my children from the mutilator Yarash. In return, I will aid you in what way I can, though that may not be great. I have lost much of my following to young Drith, who listens to the false promises of tyrant Thraxus, that if he brings troops to invade Flan, he will rule the riverbanks. So Drin and his followers have been proving themselves in raids upon the Cobble Caves to the southwest and the Hobgoblin Caves to the south. For some time, my followers have been disappearing, but when you freed my children from the clutches of the evil Yarash, my status was increased. Drith kept quiet for a time, but once again the young warriors listened to him and not to me. Got it. From nearby, a group of lizard men appear. One larger than the rest moves to the front. Your time is through, old one. Your claws are blunt. So this is Drith that's showing up right now. Drythh. So this is Drith who's going to come up to challenge. We'll have to pick one champion to fight Drith. One-on-one. Okay. Face me or find some fool to champion you. The old lizard man turns to you and says, our cause is one. Will you champion me? Yes. Who will be my champion? You kind of have to go with Tauros in this case, don't you? Remember, the anti-magic field is still up, so Amelina's magic won't work. Tauros's magic won't work either, nor will anybody else's. Farinduil and Hatherall, while they could switch to close-in weapons, they have fewer hit points, not as great AC. Their bows might do a little damage if they had to do a little bit of a distance run up, but overall, I'm going with Tauros. Got the best AC. The rest of them are dead. So I must have actually rescued the 3 lizardmen back in the pyramid. Yeah, see, even if we had gotten like this with one of the archers, and I could still do this theoretically here because I think Tauros has a bow. You might as well just march up and shoot him. Just kick him and hit him with a sword. All right, here we go. Oh, he's only got 18 hit points. AC 3. Yeah, we're going to bust this guy's nose in. Even though Tauros can't hit the broadside of a barn. But he can hit him. This makes no sense. He's got 7 points better AC. And he's hitting Tauros. This game makes no sense at all. Statistically speaking, how is this possible? That's 4. There you go. Hit something already. Jeez. Jeez! That shield +3 needs to be on. That healed him quite a bit. That's good. Jeez! There goes everything we just healed. What the? You're kidding me. How is he hitting an AC -4? Laws of Nat 20 my butt. There's no way he got that many Nat 20s. No way. He's got Tauros is healing somehow. I don't know how that's happening. Is it the potion? How is he naturally healing? He's up to 17 hit points now. Come on, Tauros. Will you hit this guy? He's got 3 hit points left. He's definitely healing 3 hit points a turn. There you go. About time. Throughout this entire campaign, Tauros has been one of the few that I could point to and say, I can't guarantee he's going to hit anything. I mean, like, the other guys, like, the two archers, I can pretty much say, you know what, they'll probably strike and hit a blow here. Amelina, yeah, she'll miss a couple times. So will Renolf. So will Evandal. They'll miss, but eventually they'll hit something. Taras is the one guy I'm like, you know what? He's probably going to miss everything he swings at. Well, at least he made it. That's good. So that's this. We've actually accomplished the mission with this. Don't need the stress in my life. Seeing their leader fall, the other lizard men withdraw. The old lizard man turns to you. You have done me great service. Rest assured that my people will not join Tyranthraxis. My people still are hostile to strangers. I think it is best if you leave. He turns and disappears into the wilderness. Uh-huh. Let's see. First thing we're going to do is this. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to encamp. Even if I can't cast the heal, I could theoretically sleep a day and get them to rest up a hit point. Let me see if they can. Nope, see, they got rid of the cast, so you can't even do it. That's how they get around the anti-magic thing. Go ahead and memorize. Not that it matters, but go ahead and memorize. Cure Light Wound. And then Hold Person was the other one. Memorize. Let's see, you had Sleep, I think. You can memorize Cure. Let's have you memorize. Oh, what is it now? Do Sleep. So it's kind of nice having that in my back pocket right now, having that fireball option. You're going to take Magic Missile. Because prior to this, it was all about like whatever I had on my scrolls, trying to hold on to those and save them for when you really need them. But now, if I can get Fireball anytime I want, now those scrolls become expendable. Okay, so now that that's done, three becomes irrelevant. Ten becomes irrelevant. Don't know about 16. Okay, let's go search the top area here. We used a potion of healing too, which is interesting. I wonder if that potion was the reason why he kept healing 3 points a turn. It would explain it. I didn't realize that potions work that way in AD&D. So let's see, this way, through this doorway. You have entered an L-shaped building. It is reasonably intact. There are even portions of roof overhead. Hallelujah. Doesn't mean a darn thing, though. What's EF? EF, passages here that leads to the other layer. On the surface, you may need to search for them. That's the catacombs. Okay, we don't really care about the catacombs yet. We're not searching for it. 16 should have triggered. Oh, I have to search the square, that's why. Where am I now? Okay, there's that. Go back that way. Do 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 do. Search. Whoops. A hidden tunnel leading down. No, we don't want to take it yet. Oh, there's probably no goodies here, is there? What did I miss out on? 1,000 gold would have been nice, but meh. Alright. So, really, there's nothing that's going to happen here on the surface. So if I go here, start looking in here, you enter the remains of the central keep. The ceiling and walls have collapsed to the point where the interior is choked with rubble. There's going to be nothing here. You find an old and partially blocked set of stairs leading down into the dark. Do you take them? That is EE. Passageway down. Yeah. That's really all there is to do up here, isn't there? The rest is all just passageways, so gotta go down, really. So we're gonna be downstairs now. Section EE, facing north. You are no longer going down. Suddenly you hear a noise. There are giant lizards charging. There is no time to react. Combat is upon you. Fantastic. Yeah, I think there's like 10 lizard men that come and attack us. We receive penalties of -4 to hit and damage. Fireball. Problem is we can't cast Fireball. There is an anti-magic shell around this whole place, so we cannot cast spells. Really, the only thing to do here is just attack away. Now, these aren't lizard men. These are giant lizards. That's interesting. No, you might as well just start working on this guy. Pop. Pop. course. The good news is it's a chokehold. Or a choke point, I should say, not chokehold. One down. I'm just going to split the party up 3 and 3. Just start taking on your column and see who wins. So far, Amelina's column is winning. You're going to stay where you are, though. Guard, because the other one's going to move up. We have potential to take a lot of damage in these upcoming battles, I think. Just looking ahead here. These pools that are down here in the catacombs, it says 5 lizardmen could emerge from the pool. Each throw a javelin at random party members. Each attack is Thako 16 and does 1d6 damage. First time you approach a pool, the lizardmen automatically surprise you. It is thereafter rolled for. If you are surprised and they are not, they re-enter the pool before you react. Otherwise, you will have the chance to attack them. Such combats inflict penalties of -4 to hit and damage, and humans, half-elves, and elves receive a penalty of -2 to movement. You will then have a chance to enter the pool. If you just encountered lizardmen here and you did not defeat them, they will attack you without you being able to retaliate. The 5 Thako 12 attacks on random characters, 2d2 damage per hit. Then 5 Thako 12 attacks on random characters, 1d8 damage per hit. It's crazy formula. It's like math, man. I mean, I'm all for math rocks, but this is getting like algebraic at this point. Nice. Clobber that thing. I'm curious to see how figuring out the pool is going to work for us, because there's like 8 different pools. That's going to be nutty. And because we can't heal, we might have problems here. It might be one of those things where we have to exit the lizardmen camp, heal, go back in and rest. Do something like that. Popping them. Freaking archers from the back, man. This is like perfect work here. Front line, don't do a thing except guard and bash things that come your way. Like that. Meanwhile, over on Tauros's side, he hasn't hit a darn thing this battle. That might be our first damage of the battle. I think I'm going to try and encounter one pool at least tonight before I save and call it a night. Maybe two if I get lucky here, depending on how these go. Now this is interesting because he's now blocked his compatriots here. Hey, Tauros hit something. Not a terrible battle. We're managing to survive this pretty easily. There you go. It's almost like I know what I'm doing now. This guy's going to go in for a world of pain. Here we go. Pop! And that's that. Really didn't take a lot of damage from that, which is good. But the lizardmen attacks from these pools it's got me questioning whether it's worth it, because I'm looking at the treasure. You can get some XP from 5 of the pool, or all 8 pools will provide XP and treasure if you search them. Not a lot of XP. 1 gem, 1,000 gold, 1,000 silver. Shield plus 2 from 3 of them. So I guess the shield plus 2 is worth it. I could just focus on those. But those are 4, 5, and 6, which are, well, 5 is nearby. We can go do that one now. I don't know about this. Yeah, let's save it. What the heck. So So I'm going south, 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 and this way. Here's the pool. We can see it already. Here it comes. Lizard men, ho! Group of lizard men slither out of the water and throw javelins at you. Farinduil is hit for 6. Before you can react, they turn and dive back into the water. You are in front of a deep pool of water. Do you wish to dive in and search it? Yes. You dive into the pool and begin to search by touch. Suddenly, before your cloud of vision, you see some lizard men. Farinduil is hit for 4. One with no AC. You manage to get out of the pool before they finish you off. That it? Can't go in the pool. Oh, we've run into somebody. A group of lizardmen slither out of the water and throw javelins at you. Catherall is hit for 6. They turn to dive back into the water. Combat! The party attacks. Before they can return to the water, you engage them. They turn and fight fanatically. All right. Not a lot of them here. Slay Queen. Yes. I forgot your movement is brought down too. Taras hit something. Oh, and Evandal ruins the streak. Stop hitting us. Just thinking ahead to this, to try to get the other 7 pools worked out. If the combats are going to be like this for all 7 pools, we're going to wind up taking hits. It's a question of how much damage can we take, you know? My feeling is if we get to a certain point where it's low, I will probably exit the keep and heal in the forest, then go back into the keep, rest, get our spells and stuff back, even though we can't use them, rather than try to use something like a potion of healing. Because my suspicion is that potion of healing is really powerful, and we want to still hold on to them for later battles. You find some treasure. Do you take it? Yes, of course we take it. Why wouldn't we take the treasure? What, you think it's cursed? Think it's a mimic? All right, so this one's going to have a shield plus 2 in there. Amelina probably has the most space in her inventory, so we're going to have her take it all. Take the shield. Thank you. You can take the gem. Take gold. That fills you up. Come on. Why is it we're so encumbered all of a sudden? I got a funny feeling that we're not going to be able to take it all out. We're going to have to go back to town. Change some of this in. We might have too much cash. We might have to spend some of it. Or pool and share it or something like that. One of the other things here. Either way. Turn off search. Now would be a good time to stop, but I really want to try and move a little bit further here. Let's try P4, because it's right nearby. Let's save that. Move out here. Down here. All right, so now when we hit the pools, we shouldn't get automatically surprised on this one. It should be a chance that we might be able to surprise them or at least maintain some sort of combat at first. So they shouldn't automatically jump back in the water is what I'm saying. A group of lizardmen slithers out of the water and throws javelins at you. They did not hit. They turn to dive back in the water. See, this is what I'm talking about. So we'll combat them here. Party attacks. Before they can return to the water, you engage them. They turn and fight fanatically. Perfect. This is what we want. So don't take any hits from their javelins. Fight them. Ideally, take very little damage. Life should be good. I don't like this guy sitting up here. Let's go take him out. Ugh. Come on. There we go. Good. I do believe I still have plenty of arrows, too. Not that worried if we didn't. Um, if we ran out of arrows for some reason, I wouldn't worry about buying more. That's easy. B, we can fight fine without arrows. Um, our two back guys would just simply turn into tanks as well. We should be fine. Don't understand why our archers are missing all of a sudden. Oh well. Good. So now we've taken care of two of the pools, or we will at this point. Still got a lot of hit points. That's good. Search the water. We should get the shield here. Yep. Dive in and search it. Find some treasure. Take it. In case it's a mimic. $425. Emelina, take the item. Take the shield. Thank you. I'll take the gem. Take the gold, as much as you can carry. Let's just fill everybody up here. Don't think we're going to be able to take it all. I feel like we're going to leave some silver behind on this one. No, we'll take some. All right, we'll get it all. Cool. But we don't have much more room, which is a problem. That is a problem. Take care, Foxfire. I will see you tomorrow night. Hmm. Well, it sounds like I really don't have a choice. I really have to go back to town if I want to get all the rest of this cash and not leave it behind. That's what it sounds like to me. So let's go back up. Find a set of stairs leading up. Yep, we go up. I I just want to get outside of the keep, save it, try and make my way south. There's the door out. I'm thinking I'll save it the moment I get out of here. Probably cast first, then save it with everybody healed. Try and run back to town. Do another loot split, basically. Quicksand, huh? Okay, so have Amelina start healing the party. cool. We have one heal spell left. Now we'll save it. And now we'll try and get back to the water. Oh, come on. I don't care about the castle. Sorry, I'm getting tired here. Getting past my bedtime. Oh, this is what I was afraid of. I don't want to deal with trolls right now. And of course the battle begins. Of course it does. I just wanted to get back to town is all I wanted. I was like one square away. Blast it all. Where are these guys? "36 hit points. And they have movement. Nice. 3 points of damage. Nice. Ouch. These guys are like, you attack him. No, you attack him. All right, he's down. Taras needs to move immediately on top of him. Jeez, Rodolph, that was good. Unless Amelina can get there. But she cannot. Just guard for now. Ah, Rodolph's getting hit. That's not good. No bueno. What are you guys doing? Your AI locked up or something? Guard. You move here. Stay there. Tauros is locked in. All right, so one of you guys needs to move now. Pretty sure you can't hit from where you're at. So just be done. Or just move. Fine. Done. Quit. Yeah, you need to move this way. Guard. Done. Guard. Taras, you're going to stay put. I'll have Amelina go search for this guy. Here he comes. You two need to stay put. Oh, for goodness sakes, Ranulph, you are taking a beating here. There he goes down. We can't bring him up. Okay. Attack the troll. Hit this guy for taking him down. There you go. Bandage up Ranulph. I really didn't want to face trolls, man. Plunk away at this guy, will you? Trolls are such a pain because they regen. So that when you miss, they actually gain hit points. Oh, he's going to run away. That's interesting. That's fine. Take off. I'm fine with that. Ten. 10. Come on, one more hit. Dang it. Evandal. I'm hoping I'm staying on top of the troll corpses here. There goes one. Use that fine composite longbow. Don't think I can reach him from here. Don't care. Run away, coward. Somehow Ranulph has 6 hit points. I I I I can't. He should be at 0. I can't figure out how he's at 6 all of a sudden, but whatever. Let's get on the dang boat. Go back to town. Drown our troubles in ale. Side 3. Oh, I don't want to go here. No, we're good. Yep. All right, so we're just going to magic our way through this here. All right, let's get them to memorize spells. I'm just going to try and heal up quickly here and call it an evening. So to-do list, change the silver and gold to platinum pieces to reduce our load. Maybe buy some arrows as a result of that. Pool the money, whatever it takes. Highly doubt we can level up, so I'm not going to bother with that. And like I said, Sunday evening will be questionable. All depends on, you know, when I get back from all my driving around for Easter and stuff. So if I don't stream, don't be surprised. Probably going to try and stream for Thursday night, and that'll be Diablo 2. One of them, the next stream will be Diablo 2, whatever it is. The one after that's going to be Final Fantasy 7. And after Thursday's stream next week, next Thursday's stream, I'm gonna be off on vacation, no streaming the next week. We'll resume on the Sunday after. So there we go. Okay, memorize Amelina. Oh, we made progress at least. Taking care of the rest of the lizardmen pools will be a little tricky. If we can work on the encumbrance going on here, then maybe I can fix it so that we're not nearly as troubled when it comes to taking coin. Okay. Let's save it one last time here, and we'll keep it in the in, and we'll do the rest of it later. And that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. This is 21st Century Jedi reminding you take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Fins up, bubbles up. I hope you guys have a great week, great Easter weekend here for those who celebrate. Hope you have a great weekend regardless. Hope you enjoy some good basketball in college ranks, baseball, basketball. Heck, a lot of sports are going except football, basically. So a lot of good stuff to enjoy right now. Um, yeah. Hope to see you Sunday. If not, I will see you next Thursday. So take care, guys. I'm out. Have a great night, and I will see you later.